So, Nano's going well. So, this is my first vlog on this channel, at least. I broke all my own rules for Nano. I mean, I did a whole Nano hacks video, and my rules are: start something new, don't do too much world building, have a huge cast so you can flip to it between the characters, and know what you're doing. And I did none of these things. Like, I knew it was a mistake going in, and I still did it. So really the joke's on me, isn't it? I feel like poop today. It is the 9th of November. This is my week 1 vlog, even though, like, it's the 9th, not the 7th. I was gonna do it 2 days ago, but I didn't feel well, and then yesterday I went out. Instead of writing, in fact, I went out instead of writing. Although I did writing when I got home. But I went out, I'm actually really happy about this, so you get to see what I bought. I got this gorgeous calendar for next year. You can just see everything reflected in that, okay. I got this gorgeous calendar for next year from The Works for like £3. Don't look flex so much. Yeah. I got this calendar for £3 from The Works. I'm so happy with it because I think it's really gorgeous. It's the first time I've looked at the calendar and been like, yeah, I want that. It's really pretty. Just generally a nice calendar. I have no idea where I'm going to put it yet. Possibly on my wall. I may move my failure is not an option poster somewhere else and hang this in that spot. If nothing else, it looks nice in the background of my videos and streaming and that. It comes with a matching diary, which I will either use until it falls apart or never use. I do have a bullet journal, which I have fallen out of use, and I want to get back into it for 2020. But yeah, it's a nice little, there's a notebook in the back. It's really nice. And this combination was £3, and I'm really happy about that. I went to, from the same place I've been looking for, oh, I just made a mess of something. I've been looking for a plain notebook. I wanted a small one, but I saw this and it's just plain paper. So I can sketch while I'm not using it, because, you know, I'm a writer, I buy notebooks, I don't use them. And it just looks really pretty. And I really like that. I've got a bunch of notebooks that I never use, all lined. There's still adhesive on this. All lined, and they all say things like, when it's dark, look for stars, when it's raining, look for rainbows, things like that, just positive things, because I like positivity. I went to the library, and I went with a huge reading list of 8 books, and I didn't get any but one. So the one I got was, oh, it's a book, that's what fell down. So when I was on Tumblr and someone was doing queer book recommendations, and they made them sound really good on this like Comic Sans spreadsheet thing. So I went in with a reading list of 8 books that I particularly wanted to get, and I got one, which is this one. It's the 9th of November, so everyone has fireworks going off. I'm not sure what they're celebrating. I think they're just celebrating the existence of November. So I got this one. I kind of want to try and do either 52 books in 52 weeks next year, or what would it be, 26 books in 52 weeks? I don't know. I'm a very slow reader these days. But I feel like if you're gonna love Nyx. She makes Han Solo look like a Boy Scout. Oh, that sounds good. I feel like if I get books that I actually like, I'm more likely to read them. I'm more likely to read books rather than on Kindle, because if I pick up my phone, I don't read a book. I read, well, fanfiction. I read fanfic. So I've got that one. And then while I was in the sci-fi fantasy section, I got this one. And I got this one. And I got this one. And I usually go for female protagonists, but this one just sounded really cool. The innocent mages come and we stand at the beginning of the end of everything. It just sounds cool. Like, yeah. Whatever, I can always give it back. I mean, I'm going to give it back obviously when I'm done with it, but you know what I mean. I don't have to read it if I don't like it. So I've got those. I'm going to start with God's War. I'm very smartly wearing my Nano winner t-shirt today. 2016. I have one for every year. That I have one at least, which is every year. So yeah, I went out and I got that. I got 2 pairs of jeans as well, because I've need some new jeans. And one set is too small and the other ones are nice. And I got a crappy Christmas t-shirt. Why not? Like, I want a crappy Christmas sweater. So back to Nano. I've been tweeting about it on and off as I work on it. And I don't hate the plot that I have going on. I basically have this a post-apocalyptic world. If you know anything about me, if you know anything about me, you know that I love like a mixture of genres. I had a fantasy dragon thing. It was vaguely inspired by Game of Thrones, and I mean vaguely. And this dragon thing, it ended up sci-fi. With this like tribal society of dragons on the one hand side of the world, and this spaceship, like high technology on the other half, and they're trying to get along instead of, well, not getting along. But I like mixing genres up. That's my favorite thing. So this fireworks. So this particular Nano was supposed to be like a mix of, well, genres, that's what I'm saying. And it was this post-apocalyptic world where they'd gone through basically what we're going through now. There was climate change. And it was set vaguely in the future when this disaster happened. And in response to climate change, some overpowered mage had gone, I know, I will fix it. I'll just blot out the heat. And it worked. Except it plunged the entire world into this Arctic snow and ice. So now there's no heat. So the survivors are mostly surviving on magic and, you know, the wonders of fiction. And this girl, Ayani, wakes up from cryostasis. And her father had put her into cryostasis because she was dying of this magical illness, because she doesn't have magic in her family, but she's born with it. And because she's Is it over? Did we live? So because she's born with this magic, despite it not being in her family, she doesn't have the physical or like biological marker she needs to properly contain and use this magic. So she's dying. Anytime that she uses the magic, it damages her body, it damages her mind, and her father completely ignores what she wants, and he puts her in cryostasis, and he's like, you'll get woken up when there's a cure. Except then the apocalypse happens. And then like 800 years in the future, the power has shut off, or is finally drained down to the point where the power is no longer able to sustain the cryopods, and she wakes up. And she's like, well, shit. What the fuck do I do now? Because her immediate response is, oh, my dad fucked me over. And now I have to go and find him and yell at him for 1,000,000 years. Except then she realizes it's 800 years in the future, and either he's dead because the apocalypse killed him, or he is dead because it's 800 years in the future. And her brother's dead, and her sister's dead, and her friends are dead. And it's just her. That's all that's left. And she doesn't really have a drive until another cryopod thaws, and it's a baby. And she thinks, shit, I've got to at least get this kid somewhere safe. It's not the kid's fault that it's woken up in the middle of fucking nowhere. So she checks the other pod, she checks for other life signs, there's no one else. Someone woke up before her, but she doesn't know that. There's no one else there. There's just her and this baby. And so she gets her shit together and she braves the Arctic. And the problem is I have too much world building. I don't have... This is the worst day to choose to do a vlog. I don't have the world building. I don't have the patience to figure it out. I need to bring... I like writing things episodic, and this will work best episodic, but I don't quite know how to pace that first episode so that she arrives at where she needs to be. I have 30,000 words to get there, and I don't know how to do it. It's not working. And then there's this other character, Sulmor, who I love, and I need him to get where he needs to be, and I don't know how to get him there either, because he's too far away to get... So anyway... I went to bed on the 5th, I think. If you can't hear the fireworks, it's literally just me staring up at the screen. We good? So, I need to get him to where he needs to be, and I need to get her to where she needs to be, and it's not working. So on, I think it was the 5th or the 6th, I was lying awake, stressing, because, you know, my nano was not going well. I did like 3,000 words, and then I did like 600 words, and then I did 3,000 words. Although actually, I think the third I didn't do anything. I used a Stempo on for the words. And if you don't already have for the words, you should definitely check it out, and you can use my referral code. I'm going to keep my referral code down in the description, and we both get rewards if you use my referral code. So I'd fallen really behind, and I was really stressed about it. And one of my best friends, Ben, he was like, you know, all words in November count towards Nano, right? And I was like, no! But he's right. So I've decided that I'm not going to give up on the Echoing Dark, but I was lying awake on the 3rd or the 4th, and all I could think about was Bounty. And Bounty is my baby. There's two, I think two things that I've written and rewritten a few times that I love more than I can put into words, really. One is Runners, which I won't get into in this particular video. And the other one is Bounty. And Bounty... I don't know whether Bounty will be I don't know if Bounty will be the title it finishes with. But I called it Bounty originally back in like 2010. And it's been very special to me ever since. And I'm hoping that my passion and love for it comes through in the writing. And I just started thinking about it again, and it's one of those things that fades in and out to an extent, and it got stuck in my head. It got rooted there, and I thought, okay, I know what I'm doing for Nano. So I swapped my work in progress for Nano, like my official Nano novel. I probably need to swap it on the side. I'm doing better. I'm doing way better. I feel more inspired. I feel more driven. I did an extra like 1,500 words last night, even though I didn't need to do it, which means I can do some art today, and I'm going to stream, and I feel better about it. On the other hand, I am slowly getting more and more infuriated by the new Nano forums and the new Nano websites. I feel like they put this new website out before there was any need for it. The old one was... Is it over? The old one was fine. I'm sure there were reasons why they needed to update it, but they've swapped to something that I don't like and I can't get on with. The website doesn't do half the things that the website used to do. I can't log like 600 words on the first and 3,000 words on the second. All I can log is words today. So if I don't do my word logging before midnight, I don't get a streak on the Nano website, even though I have one. And that infuriates me. I also have a weird graph on there now that's like, oh, you wrote a shit ton today and none yesterday, when I was writing. I am on American time when it comes to my writing and my logging of my words. I very much, my day ticks over at 8 AM. So that's my midnight when it comes to writing and on for the words. So as long as I do my for the words streak before 8 AM, I get my streak. I go up a day. So I'm really annoyed that I can't do that on Nano. I should be able to, because I always used to be able to. Like last year I logged each day individually and the graph looked really cool, actually. I don't know if I've still got the graph from last year. I should check that and be infuriated some more. And then you've got the forums, and there's no pagination, there's only endless scroll. I turn endless scroll off on anything I can turn it off on. The only thing I don't have it turned off on is Twitter. And that's because I don't know how. Twitter just seems to be endless scroll. I hate it. I can't stand it. I don't like the fact it lags my browser. I've always turned off the endless scroll on Tumblr and on everything else. Like I say, I've turned it off on anything. I don't like it. I don't like the way it's formatted. The only thing I like about these new forums is the gallery feature, because that's really cute. I like that, and I've used it for a promotional post of cover art. But it's just, I just feel let down, because to me, the good thing about Nano has always been the community and the website. I love logging my word count. I love looking at my little graph. I like those little word count trackers. I don't know if they've still got them. The embeddable ones that you could put on like the side of LiveJournal. And oh my god, I'm showing my age. The ones that you can put on the side of like LiveJournal or your website or whatever, that shows the, like, it's green if you did enough words that day, yellow if you didn't, and red if you really didn't. I can't remember how it works exactly. And so of course that wouldn't show up either, assuming they even have that anymore. It just sucks, and I don't like change. I've never liked change, but this feels especially shitty when it comes to change. So I'm still working on Nano. I'm doing my writing. I love writing Bounty so much. If you want to read some bits of it, I have some on my Ko-fi, K-O-F-I, you know, the coffee site. I have some on there. I find that easier to update than Patreon, although I do want to start updating Patreon so people can like read my stuff on there. I think that's my entire vlog. Like 20 minutes of vlogging. Apologies for how long this is. If you've made it to the end, congratulations, you did good. Apologies again for the fireworks. Alright. I'm gonna go write some more, or do some streaming. I might stream a bit, maybe.